The intersection closest to my current house has always been in my life. 5, heading to my first day of kindergarten, 12, riding in the car on my way to pick up my brother from school, and even now, walking through it nearly every day, twice. It's always provided a stable, unchanging location, even if the buildings have altered. Feta was not always Feta, but the change was so calm and quiet that it didn't rupture my life. Throughout my middle school years, when my mental health had thrown itself into the sea, that intersection had stayed the same. The same people drinking their coffee at the Soma Coffee House, or the same middle-aged yoga lady sitting outside of Feta, the same yoga building just parallel to the restaurant, and the same overpriced lessons for one could search up online and do for free on YouTube. The intersection became a place of comfort, a reminder that while everything was changing, the places I passed through would be the same. It became my sense of place when I moved closer to it. I started passing through every day, walking to the high school near my house to get on the bus to the academy, or making my way back home to be greeted by my 2 dogs. It started to intertwine itself with my identity. The scent of coffee, occasionally caught when someone opened the doors to Soma. Feta became a stop every time one of my friends from South accompanied me to the elementary school next to it to pick up her brother. The occasional college student that wouldn't know how to drive, or the people who have started to become so familiar with me passing through that they smile and nod. I've never noticed it before, really, how at home I felt when pausing at the crosswalk, music in my earbuds and the scent of coffee fanning out, or the smell of what I can only describe as an old truck driving past, when certain cars would turn to continue their day, whether working or driving home. I've heard many things on my way to my house. I catch the faintest flickers of conversations. One day, my earbuds were dead, and 2 South students behind me were talking about their life and family history. Their comments were rather amusing. Ever since I'd realized how comforting it was to pass through every day, to walk through the same intersection that had been there since the beginning of my life, I'd started genuinely appreciating how calming it was to walk through it, how even if I could feel my mental health starting to crumble away, I could stand at the corner of the road and breathe in the air, inhale the smells and take in the sights, whether it was birds chasing each other through the trees near Templeton or cars slowing to a stop at red lights. I think that a good detail is that not everything has to happen at a sense of place. I vividly remember the amount of times I've shouted unsavory words at cars that would pull up to the front of the crosswalk or would turn when the light was red. Heck, I've even shouted at a car that was mere seconds from sending me tumbling to the ground. Not every sense of place constantly carries happy memories. I remember sitting at the intersection one day in the passenger seat, my mom tirading beside me, and even if she seemed angry, how she was begging for an answer, wishing that someone could give her a why or a how as to why her child could never tell her what was wrong. The way I had never had one to provide because I genuinely didn't know. The only support I had the next day was passing through the intersection. The quiet, the way the car engine hummed under me, the soft beat of someone's radio blasting behind us, the still silence, only broken by air conditioning and shouts from outside, a group of high schoolers messing around, the way the window cracked ever so slightly, letting the scent of coffee waver in, strong and yet faint. The intersection had been practically raised upon, welcoming me home with open arms and gentle graces, wrapping its arms around me and pulling me back into normalcy. The way that a home such as this, even if I vividly remember the emotions I'd experienced the day before, welcomed me back into a warm embrace of comfort, my safe place, my home away from home, my sense of place.